Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the out, watch the out. Hey, run it. Check 24. Check 99, check 99.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Logan Ryan. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Check cross, check cross. Undercut, undercut, undercut. Big gap. Switch. Check 24, check 24. He's checking.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, Haywood. Jump. Look. Squeeze. Ready?
Second and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it. And he coughed it up. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
X3, 218, chopper. Bang, 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 bang. Tighten up. Check three.
On third down, Mixon. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
56, right there, 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Switch. Chill. Press down. Check 43. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10.
For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
56. Mike, 56 right there. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this throw caught left side. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Come on, set. 30 base.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
Gator. Get
that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Now. Mixon with a first down carry. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
Here's Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Must 56. Must 56. Here we go. Check three. Slam.
Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. I know he ain't got it.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Check 2.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll run with Mixon. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
16 yards on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Look at me. Go.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run for it with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt at all.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
You better be ready.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now here's Ross. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken very short.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes, he started.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Ready, ready.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Ross on the return. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey. Out.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, lock it.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Showing up. Shift.
Now.
2nd and 11. They roll him out right. That's complete to John Ross. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 47. Check Mike. Jim.
Leo. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, switch gears.
Fan. Yo, faster.
Say. 6 guys.
Keep him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. He completes it to Nelson. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Get ready.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Bernard. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
You got 3. Three down. Sponge. No. Switch. Go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Let's go.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here we go. 6 yards. Watch the slant. Deuce. Kill. 36. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now into third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Check back 47. Go, go, go. 25. Check
Fire.
On first down, Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 24. Check 24.
Let's go.
Again, it's Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
27, Mike 27. I got you. I got you. Begin.
Let's go.
Again, here's Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll give it to Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
I got you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Look, squeeze. Deep grip.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. J.J. Nelson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. A quick throw here out to Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal team.